Yeah, I mean, I think it'll happen in different ways. I think the way it's thought about now is mostly, crowdsourcing or user innovation or what is it, mass customization, those kind of things. Um, but I think the space that we play in is kind of unique. But there's a few others that are in it too, and Etsy's one of them, which is about um, looking at what people are doing in their lives anyway. Um, like Etsy crafters, after work they go home and make jewelry or plushes, or like designers, they go home and they draw, or like all bake. Uh, there could be cooks, that go home and bake bread, or lawyers that go home and bake bread, like all the basically hobbyists, right? Like, and what the type of crowdsourcing company that we are is we give you um, productive things to do with your hobby. Like if you're like, there's no specification for submitting a design to Threadless. It's just artwork. It's not like design the next Threadless logo for the next Threadless logo T-shirt. It's all artwork. Same with Etsy. There's no specification that they get. It's just like make something and sell it on Etsy. They're not saying what the something is. Whereas I feel like the category of crowdsourcing that we're not really involved in is like the where it's like labor, where you're outsourcing your labor
Right,
basically for your
right.
business. For us, it's kind of the way I think about it, at least, and some of the mechanisms are the same for these types of companies, but just the way you think about it is we're more like looking at what these artists are doing and figuring out how can we help them and bring
Mm,
opportunities to them and make what
that's
they're
really
doing more
interesting.
productive, that kind of thing. It's something that
Yeah.
already exists. It's already happening, and we're just making it, shouting it from the rooftops.
Have
I
you
guess
read
the
Have you read Daniel Pink's work about
Yeah,
drive?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Huge
that
fan
came
of
to
it.
mind when you were talking. Is that there's these two different sources of motivation. One is it sounds like intrinsic,
Yeah.
where it's just you're already doing it on your own with no incentive, and you're just providing people another outlet. Versus in other ones where it's extrinsic and there's defined rewards. Is that a good distinction between it? Those two
Yeah,
things you talked
I think
about.
that's definitely a good way to think about it. And sometimes there can be overlap, like somebody may be extrinsically motivated to participate on Threadless, like they're not actually making it for themselves, they're making it because they want the $2,000. And there
Right,
could be
right.
people like on a logo competition website that actually really like making logos, and they're doing this instead of watching TV or whatever they else they would do. Like it's something they get entertainment value out of. Um, but I just think that the people that we're building the company for are the people that are intrinsically motivated to do it.
For people that might be thinking about starting a business like this, but for another niche, do you think one is better than the other in terms
No,
of?
I think it's more like a reflection on the personality of the founder too.
Hmm,
I mean, like personally, I like this better for myself. This is what I'd rather be doing, but I can see somebody getting really excited about coming up with a way to outsource labor for certain things.